Very good morning, children. Now let's continue with our next topic, that is Lodi dynasty. And it is from a history, third chapter. So let us continue with our next topic, that is Lodi dynasty. The Bahlul Lodi was the first ruler of Lodi dynasty. He appointed loyal Afghan nobles as governor of important provision. His sultanate stretched from Punjab to Bihar. After his death, his son Sikandar Lodi proved to be a very capable ruler. He brought Jaunpur and Bihar under his rule. He introduced many public welfare measures. He was succeeded by Ibrahim Lodi, who was the last ruler of Lodi dynasty. Ibrahim Lodi ascended the throne in AD 1517. He failed to gain the support of Afghan nobles. Finally, Daulat Khan Lodi invited Babur, the ruler of Kabul, to invade India and overthrow Ibrahim Lodi. Babur, with an army of 10,000, defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat in 1526. With the defeat of Ibrahim Lodi, the Delhi Sultanate finally came to an end. Now, children, our next topic is administration and consolidation under the Khalji and Tughlaq. So, let us begin with it. A kingdom as vast as the Delhi Sultanate needed reliable governor and administrators to manage the affairs of the kingdom, rather than appointing an aristocrat as a governor. They favored their special slaves called Bandhangan. These slaves were very carefully trained since they were to occupy some of the most important offices in the kingdom. The Sultan trusted and depended heavily upon them. The Khaljis and Tughlaq continued to use the Bandhangan. These Bandhangans were appointed as a general and governor. The patronage of these people by the Delhi Sultanate also shocked many elites. Like the earlier sultans, the Khalji and Tughlaq appointed military commanders as the governor of a territory. These lands were called iktas. Their holders were called iqtidars or muktis. The duties of the muktis was to lead their military campaign wherever the sultan needed. In return of their service, the muktis collected the revenue as salary. They also paid the soldiers from this revenue. Control over muktis was very necessary if they were assigned iktas for a short period. So, accountants were appointed by the states to check the amount of revenue collected by the muktis. The nobles were of Turkish or Afghan origin. Powerful nobles held important positions of the governor and commanders. The chief nobles headed various departments. The wazir was the prime minister. He kept a record of revenue and expenditures. The Qazi was the king's advisors on a religious matter. The Aris-il-Mumlik was the overall in charge of army. Under Alauddin Khilji, the state brought the collection and assessment of land revenue under its control. The right of the local chiefs to levy taxes were cancelled. They were forced to pay taxes. The Sultan's administrators measured the land and kept account. There were three types of taxes. Number one, on cultivation called kharaj, which amounted the about 50% of the peasants' produce, and second on cattle, and third on horses. Large part of the subcontinent remained outside the control of Delhi Sultanate. It was difficult to control distance provisions. Even rulers like Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad bin Tughlaq could force their control in this area for only a short duration. Now, children, this is the end of our chapter. In homework, you read the case studies, and in next period or next classes we will solve the question answer. Try to solve the question answer. Thank you, children.